My name is Daniel, and I want to share with you my story. A journey of faith, challenges, and the undeniable power of the living God. Settle in, because this is a story that will take you from the courts of Babylon to the den of lions. And I promise it's worth your time. Let's begin. It began when I was a young boy living in Judah. My home was a place of peace and worship where we served the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But everything changed when King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon attacked Jerusalem. The city fell, and many of us were taken captive. I remember the long, dusty journey to Babylon, a land of strange languages, towering idols, and unfamiliar customs. I was scared, yes, but I also felt God's presence with me, even in the midst of uncertainty. When we arrived, I, along with my friends Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, was chosen for a special program. The king wanted young men from noble families, healthy, handsome, and wise, to serve in his court. They gave us Babylonian names to erase our identity. I was called Belteshazzar, and my friends were renamed Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But no matter what they called us, we knew who we were, servants of the Most High God. Our training in Babylon was rigorous. We were taught their language, their literature, and their customs. They tried to change us, but one thing they couldn't touch was our faith. Then came the first real test. The king's servants brought us food and wine from the royal table. It looked delicious, but it was food sacrificed to idols. Eating it would defile us before God. I couldn't do it. My friends couldn't either. So I went to the overseer and made a bold request. Please allow us to eat only vegetables and drink water for 10 days, then compare us with the others. The overseer hesitated, but God gave me favor in his eyes, and he agreed. For 10 days, we ate nothing but vegetables and drank water while the others feasted on the king's food. At the end of the trial, we looked healthier and stronger than anyone else. The overseer was amazed and allowed us to continue. God honored our faithfulness, and we excelled in everything we did. The king himself found us 10 times wiser than all his magicians and advisors. Not long after, King Nebuchadnezzar had a dream that left him restless. He summoned all his wise men and demanded not only the interpretation, but also the content of the dream. No one could do it. They begged the king to reconsider, but he flew into a rage and ordered the execution of all the wise men, including me and my friends. When I heard about it, I went to the king and asked for time to pray. That night, I and my friends sought God with all our hearts, asking him to reveal the mystery. And he did. In a vision, God showed me the king's dream and its meaning. The next morning, I stood before the king. No man can reveal the mystery you demand, I told him, but there is a God in heaven who reveals secrets. I described his dream. A giant statue with a head of gold, a chest of silver, a belly of bronze, legs of iron, and feet of iron mixed with clay. Then a stone cut without human hands struck the statue and destroyed it, becoming a great mountain that filled the earth. This was a vision of future kingdoms, and I explained each part in detail. The king was astonished. He fell on his face and declared, "Truly, your God is the God of gods and the Lord of kings." He promoted me to a high position and elevated my friends as well. It was a moment of triumph, but I knew it was all God's doing. Though God had shown his power, the king's heart was not fully humbled. He built a massive golden statue, 90 feet tall, and commanded everyone to bow to it. My friends and I refused. Worshipping an idol was unthinkable. But this time, it was my friends, not me, who faced the fire. When they were brought before the king, he gave them one last chance. "If you do not bow, you will be thrown into the fiery furnace," he warned. "What God can save you from my hand?" Their response still inspires me. "O King, our God is able to save us, but even if he does not, We will not bow." The king's fury was unmatched. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter and had my friends thrown in. The flames were so intense that the soldiers who threw them in died instantly. But when the king looked into the fire, his face turned pale. "Did we not throw 3 men into the fire?" he asked. "But I see 4 men walking, unbound, and the 4th looks like a son of God." My friends walked out unharmed, without even the smell of smoke on them. The king was shaken and issued a decree that no one should speak against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.